Cross will support clinical teams to allow for previously redeployed staff to return to their regular roles. Ottawa family doctor Nellie Kaplan-Mirth says it's surreal to see the Canadian Red Cross being called in to help at the hospital.
Hearing nurses say this is not okay, hearing doctors say this is not okay.
A pediatric hospice in Calgary is also shutting down, and the Janeway Children's Health and Rehabilitation Centre in St. John's is cancelling routine surgeries and appointments due to the rise in illnesses. And earlier this fall, the Children's Hospital of Eastern Ontario had to open a second intensive care unit to manage what they call an unprecedented number of critically ill children and babies. Marie Gomez, City News.
From rock band U2 to actor-director George Clooney, the John F. Kennedy Center for Performing Arts is honoring artists for their contribution to American culture. Margie Zaraletta with the Associated Press has a preview.
The Kennedy Center honors will celebrate musicians Amy Grant, U2, and Gladys Knight, composer Tania Leon, and actor George Clooney on Sunday. CBS will air the tributes in their honor in a special on December 28th.
U.S. President Joe Biden and Vice President Kamala Harris are also expected to be there.
City News Time 5:08. Demonstrations were underway across Ontario, calling on the province to repeal Bill 23 and stop planned development of the Greenbelt. Protesters gathered in Mississauga, King City, Hamilton, Kitchener, and North Bay this afternoon. Organizers with the Environmental Defense Group say the rallies are in opposition to the government's More Homes Built Faster Act, which is part of the province's goal of building 1.5 million homes over the next 10 years. It allows the government to remove about 7,400 acres in 15 different areas from the Greenbelt, which has been protected from development by legislation since 2005. Coming up in 30 seconds, we'll take a look at the price of gas.
City News Time 5:09.
Toronto's #1
for breaking news, traffic, and weather.
This is City News 680. Everywhere.
Wine Rack knows that the holidays are a time for spreading joy and cheer, and that giving feels better than receiving. We also know how hard it is to find the perfect bottle at the perfect price. So let the experts at Wine Rack make your shopping easier. For a limited time, save up to $5 on select purchases and enjoy perks like free tastings and in-store gifts. Wine Rack is your holiday destination, in your neighborhood and at winerack.com.
No purchase necessary. Must be legal drinking age. See store for details.
What makes a great holiday snack? A fun stocking stuffer? And a delicious ingredient in holiday dishes? Clementines, of course. Pick up a 5-pound case of large clementines for $3.99 at Loblaws. Offer valid until December 7th. Holidays solved.
Add some rhythm to your morning with the McDonald's Egg BLT McMuffin or the Chicken BLT McMuffin. Available until 11 a.m. for a limited time. With the BLT McMuffin sandwiches, it's easy to start your day off right at participating McDonald's restaurants in Canada.
And now the City News gas price update. Enpro's predicting the price will not change at midnight, holding at $1.46.9 a liter at most GTA stations.
The Ontario Energy Board has recently seen an increase in energy scams. Scammers use phone calls, texts, emails, social media, and home visits, and claim to be from the Ontario Energy Board, electric and natural gas companies, or the government. So be aware. Scammers are good. Need proof? Well, I'm not actually a person. I'm a robot named Blah, Blah, Blah. Visit oeb.ca/scams to learn more.
Rewards reimagined. Get the credit card designed especially for Rogers customers. The new Rogers Connections MasterCard, where you earn great rewards and benefits, like 5 rolling home days every year at no cost, and up to 2% cash back on your purchases. Plus, for a limited time, get 10% cash back on all your eligible purchases for the first 3 months, up to $100. You could earn over $400 in average value in your first year. Apply now at rogersbank.com/connections. Conditions apply.
City News Time 5:11.
Time for traffic and weather together on the ones. Hey, Christine.
Hey there, Bridget. This report is brought to you by Search Kings. I'm just having a look at this eastbound 401 volume. It's slow from Dixon to east of the 400 Express, through Keele and the Collectors, and to the Allen Express, and from Bayview to Leslie and the Collectors. That sounds like a lot, but it's really volume starting to break up now that problems have been cleared away. Eastbound 407 ramps to north and southbound Highway 10 are closed for road work, and the southbound Highway 10 ramp to eastbound 407 is closed as well. Westbound 401 is slow from Brock Street to to Salem. We have delays approaching Bayview to Avenue Road, Express and Collectors, Weston Express to Dixon, approaching Dixie in the Express, onto the 403 ramp. It's trouble-free here, but just a slowdown. Northbound Don Valley Parkway is busy, approaching Don Mills to York Mills. Southbound 404 Don Valley is slow from south of Finch to south of Lawrence, and if you're heading out of downtown right now, you can expect delays on the westbound Gardner Queenie from approaching York to Parkside, approaching Hawthorne to west of Hurontario. Eastbound 2EW is busy through Royal Windsor from Erin Mills Parkway to Hurontario, where problems have cleared, but still the backlog remains. And on the eastbound Gardner, it's gone a bit better. It's slow from about Parkside to the Jarvis ramp. Southbound 427 is busy from Dundas to the Gardner ramp in the Express, but that volume is easing now that problems on the ramp have cleared. Eastbound 403 is slow from the QEW ramp to east of Dundas. Southbound Yonge is still blocked south of Eglinton because of a crash. Looking for better results from your Google advertising? Switch to Search Kings, winner of the Google Premier Partner Customer Satisfaction Award. Your search is over. Let Search Kings help your customers find you. Your next report is at 5:21. And now with the forecast, hey, Mike Arsenault.
Hey, Christine, temperatures have dropped once again. At last check, we're down to 0 degrees at Pearson. The high earlier this afternoon was 2, pretty much at the seasonal average. Temperatures will stay around freezing as we move through the rest of this evening. Tomorrow, though, a nice warm-up, sun and cloud. In fact, lots of sunshine through the morning, increasing cloud cover into the afternoon with a forecast high of 5. And we're going to stay above seasonal for the foreseeable future. However, overnight tonight, still looking at winds 20 to 40 kilometers per hour, so a temperature of -1 with a wind chill of -7.
City News Time, 5:13. One person is fighting for their life in hospital, and another is expected to survive following a double shooting in Mississauga yesterday. Shots rang out just before 6:30 last night near the College Way and Ridgeway Drive area. Officers are on the hunt for a shooter. A suspect description has not been released just yet. Coming up in 60 seconds, we'll take a look at your top stories and sports.
So it's just a Shoppers Drug Mart, and they have like hundreds of gifts. I got an electric toothbrush, new fragrances, toys, and I got PC Optima points. My holiday shopping is done. You should totally check it out.
Oh, speedy scooter for my daughter. Yes, quick outfit options for mom. Fast runners for my brother. And checkout.
Shop online at Canadian Tire, Sport Chek, and Marks for fast holiday gifts. Look for the Click to Pay button, choose your saved MasterCard, and enjoy a fast checkout. Plus, get 4% CT money when you use your Triangle MasterCard on qualifying purchases at Canadian Tire, Sport Chek, and Marks. Conditions apply to collecting CT money. Visit triangle.com for details.
With the money you save by switching to Bel Air Direct, maybe you could finally replace that busted car speaker. Switch your car and home insurance and save. It's that simple. Bel Air Direct. Conditions apply.
Toronto's news. Now, this is City News 680. Everywhere.
2 degrees, feeling like -4 with a few clouds in downtown Toronto. Good afternoon. I'm Virjesh Dave.
And I'm Christine Ritchie. Here are the top stories this hour.
Former U.S. President Donald Trump is now calling for the termination of the American Constitution, falsely maintaining the 2020 election was kept from him. Representatives from both sides of the aisle are speaking out, denouncing his comments. The Canadian Red Cross is coming to help the Children's Hospital of Eastern Ontario as CHEO grapples with a spike in kids with respiratory illnesses. The Red Cross will now be providing small teams of personnel to support hospital staff and allow them to focus on more clinical tasks. And coming up after sports, the NDP leadership race is fastly approaching, with the deadline for candidates to throw their hat in the ring tomorrow. Now time for sports from Sportsnet 590 The Fan. Here's Colin Teskey.
NFL Week 13 happening now. The Seahawks in front 14-10 on the LA Rams with 5 minutes left in the second quarter. The Dolphins and 49ers all tied at 10 apiece, while the Bengals up 14-3 on the Kansas City Chiefs in a rematch of last year's AFC Championship game. But 11 minutes left in the second quarter. And then the Chargers have got the game's first score against the Raiders, up 7-0. Some finals from earlier. Tyler Huntley capped a 91-yard drive with a 2-yard touchdown run with 28 seconds remaining. And the Baltimore Ravens overcame Lamar Jackson's injury to edge Denver 10-9. Jackson left in the first quarter with an injured knee. Deshaun Watson struggled in a sloppy performance in his first game in 700 days, but a punt return for a touchdown by Donovan Peoples-Jones and 2 defensive TDs were plenty enough to give Cleveland a 27-14 win over the lowly Houston Texans. Giants kicker Graham Gano missed a 58-yard field goal in overtime, meaning the Commanders and Giants tied 20-20. 20. Justin Jefferson got the game-winning touchdown with 8.5 minutes remaining, leading the Vikings to a 27-22 win over the Jets. Vikings moved to 10-2. Jalen Hurts with 3 total touchdowns, helping the Eagles and the Titans a 35-10 loss. Eagles are 11-1. Lions all over the Jags, 40-14. Aaron Rodgers led a fourth quarter comeback to the tune of 18 unanswered points for Green Bay in the fourth quarter as they beat Chicago 28-19. Steelers over the Falcons 19-16. World Cup, England through to the quarterfinals, a 3-0 win over Senegal. And earlier, Kylian Mbappe improved his tournament lead to 5 goals with a pair in a 3-1 France win over Poland. Sports at 15 and 45 past every hour or anytime at sportsnet.ca.
This World Cup update was brought to you by Access Storage.
Hi, I'm Raquel Benzikar-Savati, CEO of Israel Bonds in Canada. Have you considered Israel Bonds for your investment portfolio? Israel Bonds are now paying rates as high as 4.7%. They're ideal for RSPs and TFSAs. And simply put, when you invest in Israel Bonds, you are investing directly in the State of Israel. Call 416-789-3351 or visit israelbonds.ca. Israel Bonds are sold in Canada by Canada Israel Securities Limited, a registered exempt market dealer. Conditions apply.
TSC has amazing gifts ready. Because the holidays are better when we're celebrating together. Save all season long with exclusive daily offers on brands like iRobot, L'Occitane, KitchenAid, and Ron White. Wrap up all your holiday shopping at TSC and easily find the gifts everyone is wishing for. So you can enjoy every moment of the holidays. Shop now at tsc.ca. Today's shopping choice.
City News Time 5:19. The deadline is fast approaching for candidates to submit their names to become leader of the province's new Democratic Party. Candidates have until tomorrow to submit their name. Davenport MPP Merritt Stiles is the lone candidate right now to officially declare she'll be seeking leadership of the party. Spadina Fort York MPP Chris Glover could be a potential candidate. The party says it plans to have a new leader in place by March. Meanwhile, in Ottawa, there are renewed concerns for plans to expand the medical assistance in dying program to include mental health issues and illnesses. It comes as new revelations emerge about some Canadian veterans who have reportedly been offered assisted death while seeking help from the federal government.
While medical assistance in dying was approved in 2016 for Canadians suffering from physical injuries and illness, the criteria is set to expand in March to include those living with mental health conditions. That plan has already sparked concerns from psychiatrists across the country who have warned that Canada is not ready for that kind of move. Some veterans organizations who provide mental health support to ex-armed forces members are now sounding the alarm after Veteran Affairs Canada confirmed an employee spoke to at least 4 veterans about assisted deaths. John Kennedy, The Canadian Press.
Oh, my mortgage is renewing and rates have gone crazy.
Same here. I really needed good advice. I went to Butler Mortgage.
What happened?
Honesty happened. Best rate options possible, plus telling me how to get a better deal from my own bank if that was best.
Wow. Not just selling their mortgage?
No, Butler Mortgage just told the truth and had a 3.44% variable rate.
Get the answers at Butler Mortgage. License 12118. iRatio fixed rate APR of 3.45%.
Be it a burst pipe or sewer backup in your home, Roto-Rooter can fix it, clean it, dry it, and if you decide to go through insurance, they can help reduce the hassle of your water damage insurance claim. Save yourself numerous calls and headaches. Roto-Rooter can do it all. There when you need them 24/7 with fast response service to keep your problem from becoming an insurance nightmare. Roto-Rooter has you covered.
Roto-Rooter, that's the name. And away go troubles down the drain.
City News Time 5:21.
Time for traffic and weather together on the ones. Here's Christine Langos.
This report is brought to you by Queen Smith MBA in Toronto. On the eastbound 401, we have slowdowns from Dixon to east of the 400 Express through Keele and the Collectors. It's busy through the Allen Express, and it's heavy from Bayview to Leslie and the Collectors. The eastbound 407 and ramps to Highway 10 are closed because of road repairs, and southbound Highway 10, the ramp to eastbound 407 has also been closed off. Westbound 401 still slow west of Brock Street to Salem, Bayview to Avenue Road, Express and Collectors from Weston Express to Dixon and approaching Dixie in the Express onto the 403 ramp. You'll find it busy northbound on the Don Valley Parkway now from north of Bayview Bloor all the way up towards York Mills. It looks like volume has just filled in all of a sudden. Southbound 404 Don Valley is slow going from south of Finch over the 401 to south of Lawrence, and then it picks up. On the westbound Gardner, we have volume delays, York to Parkside. Westbound QEW, minor slowdown through Cawthra. Eastbound QEW is heavy through Royal Windsor, approaching Erin Mills to Dixie. Once you get onto the eastbound Gardner, you'll find it slow going from approaching the Humber Ridge in towards the Jarvis ramp. Southbound 427 is still slow from Dundas in the Express onto the Gardner ramp. And southbound Yonge south of Eglinton at Lola Road, we have lanes blocked here because of a collision. Earn your MBA from Queen Smith School of Business right here in Toronto. Find out more at smithmbaintoronto.com. Your next report is at 5:31. Now with the forecast, here's Mike Arsenault.
Hey, Christine, 0 degrees right now in Pearson, but a nice warm-up on the way for the work week. Sun and cloud tomorrow, a high near 5 for the afternoon, so that's a couple degrees above the seasonal average, which is 3 degrees at the first week of December. For Tuesday, we'll get rid of that sunshine, mainly cloudy skies, but a high near 6, which is double the seasonal average. And overnight lows as we get into Monday night through Wednesday night are going to be a couple degrees above freezing when the normal overnight low at this time of the year is -4. Then Wednesday, a forecast high around 7 degrees with a trace to 5 millimeters of rain expected. So dry and mild Monday, Tuesday, mild with some showers for Wednesday. Overnight tonight, -1.